I never listen to men, right?
With me, you'll make an exception. I'm just such a sweetheart. Come on.
I never have boyfriend because I don't listen to boyfriend.
It's okay.
Is that a fold?
Yeah, I play.
He'll play. Give him a second.
Kitty, you don't like bomb pots? No?
I like
Barcode in the Twitch chat says really risky to raise in his position. I mean, hey, it's risky, but you gotta take risk in poker.
Especially you,
if you
bro.
want to make it. You cannot play poker with no risk.
Beat me in a hand. That's what you did.
We also got our Bally's Presents Live with the Bike producer Wayne in the YouTube chat.
I never care about that kind of shit.
What's
bro.
up,
Do
Wayne?
whatever
Yeah.
you want, bro. Take 10
No, you guys are looking at me like, what dumbass he's taking this.
No, I don't care, man. Do what you want. It's your money.
Oh, what's going on?
I raised
Okay.
it.
Oh.
Price went up.
Yeah, gas, inflation, fuel,
Everything.
real
It's
estate.
8%.
Barry makes it
Except crypto.
3K.
Crypto's down.
Garrett calling with a King 10
That's
offsuit.
I'm getting screwed so hard.
Barry flopping the
Sometimes
best hand.
it's
Not
good.
much of anything for Garrett.
I'm not the only one.
We'll expect him to just give this up. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I'm
If you're happy, play poker is more important.
Barry has everyone's money.
Who do? I don't.
Not me.
Wow.
slowly buying back.
Garrett does go for the call with just the overs.
Who's the net?
He does have position, so he can potentially make a play on the turn in the river. If he, I mean, I don't think he's gonna call on this flop just to try to check it down with king high. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
Is it KY, right? Or
YK.
YK? I mean,
Same thing.
well, KY is a jelly.
And here he goes. Garrett applying the heat.
Is it really?
Get away from my money.
To sell a lot of it.
Any chance someone can get a coffee?
It's a J&J product?
I like this check from Barry.
Oh, yeah, but I'm thinking a little bit more in the risque side, I guess.
All right, this flush gets around the river. We've had this situation. This is the third time today between Barry and Garrett where the flush gets around the river. The first time Barry bluffed Garrett off of 2 pair.
55.
And then the second time
9,
was a smaller
4,500.
pot where Garrett checked his flush over to Barry. Barry didn't take the bait.
11.
So now we're on the third time. Flush has gone there on the river in a pot with these two. Barry's still with the best hand. Personally, I would love to see a huge bluff from Garrett here. I don't know if it would work.
I gotta love
I'm
it.
just saying as a spectator, I would like to see it. And there it is. Wow, snap call by Barry.
Wait, did you put a 500 in or what?
I love the way Barry played this hand.
I need to
He
come back so I can-
bet on the flop and then just gave
Don't-
Garrett the rope to hang
500 that
himself on
he
the turn
threw
of the
in,
river.
did you pull it back out? He threw in a call chip. Is that part of it? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that in the pot?
He put a 500.
He threw it in.
I threw the
to call
5
you. He
in.
said, I have to call you. He tossed in a $500 chip. It landed in the pot. She scooped
You
it
got
in.
5,000 in per plus. So
Yeah, so it's right.
that's correct. Whatever.
Thanks, Kitty.
You're welcome. I have a small
Huge
ice,
pot
but
going over to Barry.
mine's small ice.
Beautiful eyes. No.
Sure.
Losing to him. Make it back tomorrow.
You're not going anywhere. Okay. Give me a break.
Mood is definitely very important in
Good news,
poker.
guys. The
These guys
dog's
are all
staying.
high stakes players. They all have like very good tilt control, I would say. I definitely, some of the games I've commentated on the past, you see someone lose a pot and they do not play the same game for the next hour. But I would say all these
Don't
guys
kick
have
me
been
out.
pretty solid.
35.
Kitty finally picking up a hand here. She raises to 300 with ace queen suited, and Garrett picks up
There's a
also.
chance for you
He's
to make
putting
some
a
money
3-bet.
back.
The other
have you
red
seen
ace
the
queen
market
suited.
Look at Barry locking it up.
Exactly.
I
No
need
lock
to
up from
win
Barry.
today.
That's
You're just taking my last.
don't have to say I called it, but
Show
I
you my
said I don't think he's
portfolio.
going to
You
lock
should
it up.
do
He hasn't. He continues to provide the action. He's in there. He's really fun.
You win.
I'm the gun. No one fucking.
You can't play the who's broker game with me. I know you way too well. You're gonna win for
We were
sure.
talking about electric cars or like regular cars. He was talking about helicopters.
I know.
There's about 0% chance I'm folding.
It's easy to buy. They're expensive to
So let
maintain.
me think about it.
Kitty does fold her ace queen
don't
suited,
double
but
up here.
Garrett calls his.
You may very
Yeah.
well, and I'm going to be really
Insane
pissed.
if I don't.
Garrett has more money invested than Kitty, being the 3-better compared to Kitty just playing the raise. Kitty also has to be worried about Garrett behind coming back with a 5-bet because Garrett, of course, is uncapped, could have aces.
3.
Okay.
And it looks like Garrett, I keep saying Gary and Barrett. I don't know why. I only started doing it like halfway through, but yeah, it looks like Garrett's going to get a little back from Barry on this hand.
Yeah, Gary betting into Garrett with the gut shot.
Barry still has 20% equity with the backdoor flush draw and the gut shot possibility. So 1 out of 5 times on this flop, Barry is going to win this hand. So it's definitely nothing to sneeze at. No improvement for Barry on the turn. Now he's only 10% chance to win the hand. Needs about 4 out of the roughly the remaining 40 cards will help him. Only the 4 10s.
Yeah, a little under half pot from Barry here. I expect Garrett to just call. Definitely not going to get out of the way with top pair queen kicker.
Zach says 10 in the chat. You know, normally I would root for a 10, but Garrett's been taking a beating today. I want to see him win at least 1 big pot. All right, he fades a 10 on the river.
Flush does come in though.
I think in a 4-bet pot, he's a lot less scared of the flush, though. But it is true.
Completely agree.
What hands would Barry 4-bet that are hitting this flush? It would have to be maybe like king queen exactly.
Correct. Yeah, can't have king jack. Let's see what Barry does here. Yeah, he gives up.
Wise give up by Barry because Garrett was not going to fold that probably. So nice $25,000 pot going back to Garrett. He's still probably the big loser today, but nice
You
to
could
get
add
a little bit back.
100K and go, and I'm not folding this hand.
No.
Maybe another time, but not today.
Not today.
This hand, you got to pry from my dead bare hand.
Just the way the river comes, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
Garrett, what's the...
I have a good mood today.
That's good. Okay, the fish is in, officially.
The Jedi
oh.
one.
both fish are in.
Oh, by the way, that's what I meant.
Hollywood in the Twitch chat says another 9 was coming. Can't win if you
I
fold.
apologize in advance here.
You
Never have to
I'd like to play
apologize
with
for
you
losing.
sometime,
You
Hollywood.
couldn't raise already? Like, there's 4 of us in the hand, right? Like,
So
I'd be
Garrett's opened it up
deceitful.
from the
I'd
button
have a
here,
really
and he's
strong
picked up
hand.
3 calls, and
Putting me in
Garrett
a really
flushes
tough
2
spot.
pair.
what do I do with my set of jacks?
Joe's got top pair as well.
Check him. This is
Barry's
gonna
got
seem
open-ended.
disingenuous
Are you
when we
from
do have-
Texas? You from Austin?
No, I've been to Austin. I really like it. My best friend's in Austin.
Who?
Who's my best friend?
No,
Or?
why you like Austin? I was there last month. I said why you like so much.
It's,
Joe bang his top pair
I
out
like
here
the
4 ways.
lifestyle of that city.
Oh, yeah.
Decision
Very,
back on Garrett.
there's
He's
greenery, there's
he's been
water
making a
in
lot of
Austin.
raises today, and once again, like up here in the booth, we know he
Outdoor
has it,
activity,
but
great food.
these other players at the table might be getting pretty suspicious.
Great area.
Oh, it's
Yeah, and I
going,
wonder
it's
what
coming.
Barry's going to do here. It's a tough spot. You know, when he saw the flop, he
it's
probably
legal.
thought he for sure wanted to
They
continue.
have the lodge. They have Texas card, TCH.
Yeah,
those
but
are
now it's a
card rooms.
little more
They
expensive than he thought it was
they
going to
only
be.
pay like $10 per hour.
Barry, by the way, I just learned this today, but he played
care
Doug
how they
Polk
look.
heads up
Fold.
on the show and won
Fold.
in the archives of Bally's Presents Live the Bike. You can watch it. Barry does make the call. Joe gets out of there with the top pair no kicker up against 2 players. I mean, you can't think that hand is going to be that good in that situation. 4-way flop.
And what's his name? Andrew Nemi and Brad Owen. I think they own the.
Social club?
Barry picks up a pair
it's
on the
not TC,
turn.
not Texas card. Yeah, the
Gives him a
lodge,
little
they
bit
own
more
the lodge now.
equity against Garrett's
With Doug Polk, yeah.
2 pair.
I'm like a friend with them.
Can now also hit a 6 for trips,
I like them.
in addition to a
Couple
9
people.
or a
He was
4
number 1, and then
for
I
the
have
open-ended
Hanson
straight
both
that he had on the flop.
Yeah, I like Garrett's size here. I think he believes that
Boy of the
Gary,
dreams, you know?
excuse me, that Barry is on a draw here, so he wants to protect with his 2 pair.
Positive, you know, he not give a shit. Like when you try to do the podcast about cheating stuff, someone say, Ben Kenny told him, if we're going to do podcast, I'm going to find lawyer to sue you. I said, I don't care. And then he just do it. Yeah.
Barry throws in the time
You can just
extension
add
chip
the
here
time
to
and then
consider his
ask for the
options. I
chips
wonder if
later,
Barry's
'cause it's
contemplating a
distracting
raise
if
here.
No, you do after.
Yeah, maybe. Barry's definitely a creative player for sure. He does just go for the call. For those guys who are new here, the time extension chips, they have 30 seconds for each action, and if they want to think longer,
I'm
they throw in a time extension
This is why
chip.
you bluffed me. Now I bluffed you too. I didn't bluff
You didn't bluff me.
Fuck.
Strong. You told me don't be so smart.
You're too smart. No one wants to be friends with you.
No.
So
I'm
Barry
still a
doesn't
fish.
get there,
No
but
bet.
the
Jack Knight, I don't know.
flush does come in.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So sorry.
Barry with just a pair of sixes.
Yeah, you had
considering what he
9-3.
wants
You're
to
not
do
giving
here.
him a
No
hard
one
time.
talk here. This is very quiet, right?
Right. All right. I'm with you.
I'm all in.
Yeah, Barry correctly realizes his hand is not going to be good if he checks, so he chooses to represent the flush and go on. I love this play from Barry.
Yeah,
Let's
this
see
is
if Gary can sniff,
Oh, yeah.
Garrett can sniff it out.
Cheers.
this is really fun too. Barry has a diamond in hand, so maybe using that as part of his reasoning here to shove when he doesn't improve. Putting Garrett in just a nasty spot. Let's see what the live poker goat does here.
One in the chat if you think Garrett's going to call. Two if you think Garrett's going to
Go
fold.
one time.
Oh,
One time.
he makes a
One
fold.
time. How
You'll
about
see
that?
if I had a bluff, I'd show it.
Barry saying, if I had a bluff, I would show it.
I was thinking 3 jacks, all of them diamonds.
Oh man,
Can we,
that was
can we
an
get
awesome
a
hand.
chalkboard up here so I can write down.
If
this
you're
is
enjoying the
first
show,
and only
don't
time
forget
I've
to like
ever
and
beaten,
subscribe.
Garrett in a pot.
You guys want to take a photo with this?
Mad Benjamin in the YouTube chat says, bomb pots, fun to watch, nightmare to play. Oh really? I always enjoy playing bomb pots. I think they're a lot of fun because we mentioned earlier on the show I like playing different forms of poker, so it's just, it almost is a different form of poker, even though it is still no limit hold'em.
Yeah, and I like them on the dealer changes too, because that means they're, you know, depending on where you are every like 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it kind of has, when people are involved in bomb pots,
So if she can leave
and
work
they're
early,
only
she'll pick
every
them up
30
and
minutes,
fine.
people want to attack the money. There's so much dead money out there, and they're just fun. Like, they can
Well,
put
if
people on
if they're
tilt,
gonna be there
they can kind
tomorrow,
of
just
change
let 'em
game
stay over.
dynamics. I love them.
Yeah, me too. We got Joe picking
I
up
mean, why have
pocket
to
aces.
travel
This is the
back and
first time I
forth if
think
we
we've
were
seen
there?
aces all
They don't care
show.
if they wear the same clothes.
Not seeing that many premiums, honestly, but seeing a lot of action still. These guys do not need premiums to get in the mix. I mean, we see Garrett defending with a 4-3 suited, flopping a pretty decent hand.
You feel bad for your kid.
You can see from the graphics, he's got
Why
31%
just
chance
give
to
a kid
win
out
the
till
hand.
till they're like 18, have them come back.
No, but if you have like nannies and stuff.
No doubt he's going to continue.
Yeah, it's just a question of how.
Wow, Joe goes for a really big bet.
Kid always has like learns a lot, you know.
Or you'd be like that woman in West LA who, with the help of one of her sons, killed her 3 kids because she thought they were possessed.
Joe definitely trying to get all the chips in on this flop with aces here before the
And he
hand
was
is
a
over. So
babysitter.
he's going to start off with a big flop
Back
bet
the corpse.
to be able to set it up so he can get in by the river. Joe contemplating his bet sizing here. Goes with just under half pot. Definitely enough to comfortably shove the river and get his entire stack in. So I like the sizing. See what Garrett's going to do with a pair and a straight draw to go with it. He makes the call. Garrett does not get there. Joe still has the best hand. I have to imagine he's going to go for value here, but see what he does.
$6,000.
6,000.
Goes for 6,000 into the $11,000 pot. Sorry, I had the graphics wrong a bit. I was looking on, I thought he only had 6,000 behind, but actually he has much more than that, I see now. So he goes for a little under a half pot bet on the river. Seems pretty reasonable. Putting maximum pressure on Garrett, to be honest. Like, I like the sizing a lot because in poker a lot of times you want to make your opponent's decision as hard as possible, and
Show the
this
bluff.
is definitely making a tough decision for Garrett. Garrett does make the good laydown though.
What's that?
No sir.
I don't know why I'm turning. He looks at me.
Sort of
I'm not
Me?
No,
Oh.
he looked straight at me. He was like, "Oh, this is